Jen?
Move more broadly to the U.S. approach to ISIS and the President's comments this morning. In just the one appearance in Estonia, the President iterated 3 times the mission against ISIS, and in all 3 iterations, it seems strikingly different. At one time, he spoke about wanting to destroy and degrade ISIS. At another point, he spoke about wanting to roll them back. And at still another point, he talked about wanting to shrink its sphere of influence to the point where it would be a manageable problem. Am I correct in identifying those 3 iterations as markedly different from each other?
Well, I think it's important for everybody, including people at home who watch Fox, to look at the context of the remarks that the President made. Certainly, our objective here is to degrade and destroy ISIL. I think the President also said that that's going to require an ongoing effort, that what we want to see is preventing this group from destroying or being an ongoing threat to the region.
But how can reducing something to the point where it is a manageable problem be consistent with destroying it?
Well, I'd have to look at the full context, James, but I think it's understandable that the White House press corps and others who were asking questions asked in many different ways. And obviously, there are many questions to be discussed and answered on this particular issue. But I think there's no country that has done more than the United States to help Iraq build a coalition, to take on, begin to take on the threat there, to build an international coalition. I think the President's actions are the most important factor for people to look at.
I wasn't asking you about what was escaping the lips of the White House press corps in Estonia. I was asking about the pronouncements of the President of the United States. And I think you would agree that it is very important, especially in a situation like this, that the President speak with clarity so that the American people at home and people around the world, not least of all the members of ISIS, understand him. So when he speaks about making something a manageable problem, but also speaks about destroying something, can you understand why people might be confused about that and regard it as mixed messaging?
Well, James, with all due respect, I know there's sometimes a desire to twist words or take things out of context, but I think there should be no question that the President's desire is to degrade and destroy ISIS. He has taken action to do that. I think actions are an important factor, not just a word game of what you think it means. He's been clear he wants to build an international coalition that's not going to be overnight. We need capabilities from many countries, and I think his actions tell you what you need to know about his commitment to doing this.
Speaking just back to the